Around 1,000 people are thought to have been inside this shopping centre in central Ukraine when it was hit today by a Russian missile. So far, at least 13 people have been killed and more than 50 injured, but it is feared that the death toll could climb significantly. The attack happened in Kremenchuk in central Ukraine, a long way from the front line. The governor of the city said it was unlikely many survivors would be found in the rubble because the fire was so big. Our correspondent Nick Beake has just arrived in Kremenchuk and joins us now. Nick.
Sophie, this is the smouldering wreckage of Russia's latest attack. A shopping centre, although it's barely recognisable tonight. As those G7 leaders were meeting, President Putin was sending his own message and his missiles were hitting Ukrainian civilians. I've got to warn you, there are some flashing images and also some details in my report that you might find distressing. This inferno is not a Ukrainian military target. It's a Ukrainian shopping centre. No weapons here, just families. These were the bewildering minutes after Russia's latest devastating missile attack. Today, on the central city of Kremenchuk. Inside the building, panic. Is anyone alive? A man calls out. There's a faint answer. Where are you? Come here, the man says again. Monday afternoon shoppers became paramedics, helping to load the injured into ambulances. Those nearby at the time of impact, struggling to make sense of what had happened.
I was not far away from the place where it happened, some 500 meters away, and people were running around. And after about 30 minutes, I decided to go and check out the place. The center was just destroyed. I'm out of words. I did not expect that something like this could happen in my town.
As they began to clear the wreckage, the number of dead was rising, each piece of debris revealing a clearer picture of the damage done. Well, for hours now they've been bringing out these pieces of mangled metal from the shopping centre, leaving them here, and the work goes on even though it's now pitch black, and that is because there is an urgency. Many people were in this shopping centre at the time of the attack, and the fear is that many more people have died. Speaking at the shopping centre, Ukraine's Interior Minister told us this was an act of terrorism perpetrated by Putin and the Russian Federation. President Zelensky claimed up to 1,000 people could have been inside at the time and had these words.
Only completely messed up terrorists for whom there's no place on earth could strike such a place. It's not an accidental hit by missiles, it's a deliberate Russian strike.
This carnage is more than 80 miles away from Russian-occupied land, so it was most likely the work of a guided missile. Why here? We don't know. But Moscow is showing this city and the watching world its assault on Ukraine and its people is not going to stop.
Nick, is there any hope of finding any survivors, anyone else alive?
Sophie, I've got to tell you that hope is fading very fast here tonight. You can see some of the exhausted firefighters just trying to catch their breath. The air here is still thick with the smoke that's billowing out of the destroyed shopping centre. You can see members of the military as well. It's past midnight here. The operation continues. They're not giving up, but I think when we look at the devastation behind us and we look at the video of the aftermath of the missile strike, the inferno that took hold, people here are thinking there's really very little chance that people would have survived this. That is, of course, people who weren't brought to safety in the minutes afterwards. But this was not the only attack on Ukrainian civilians today. In the east, in the Donbass region, in Lysychansk, at least 8 people were killed. We're told that 2 of them were teenagers, more than 20 people injured, and the information we're getting from that particular place is that those who were killed and injured, Sophie, were targeted or certainly hit as they were queuing for water.
Nick Beake with the latest there. Thank you.